love. In ancient times, those afflicted with leprosy were cast out, forced to live in dark isolation far away from their beloved families, wandering through barren wastelands. These forgotten souls endured agonizing pain, carrying the heavy burden of societal rejection and deep, unspoken sorrow. They wore torn rags, their faces hidden behind dirty cloths, as people threw stones and shouted cruel words from a safe distance. But a gentle man named Jesus walked into this valley of shadows, bringing a radiant light that would change their lives forever. Unlike the terrified crowds, he did not turn away or cover his face in disgust when he saw their terrible, decaying wounds. Instead, he stepped closer with a warm, reassuring smile. Looking directly into their tired eyes with a profound sense of genuine empathy, he reached out his bare hands, gently touching their scarred shoulders, completely ignoring the strict ancient laws that demanded absolute physical separation. The outcasts gasped in pure shock, as they had not felt the comforting warmth of human touch for many long, agonizing years. Jesus sat down among them on the dusty ground, speaking softly and listening intently to their heartbreaking stories of loss and despair. He reminded every single person there that they were deeply valued, beautifully created, and eternally loved by a compassionate, always present God. His comforting words acted as a soothing balm, slowly melting away the thick layers of shame and bitterness surrounding their fragile hearts. But his immense compassion did not stop at mere words. He immediately began taking concrete actions to alleviate their terrible physical suffering. He asked his followers to bring basins of clean water, soft cloths, and fragrant healing oils to tend to their open sores. Kneeling in the dirt, he carefully washed their blistered feet, treating each broken individual with the utmost respect and profound royal dignity. He gently cleansed their painful wounds, wrapping them in fresh bandages while offering quiet prayers of comfort, peace, and miraculous physical restoration. Jesus prepared large wooden bowls filled with warm, soothing water, instructing the afflicted individuals to soak their aching, damaged hands right there. He patiently taught them basic hygiene practices, explaining how keeping their wounds clean would prevent further infection and ease their daily agony. The physical relief was immediate and visible, as tight muscles relaxed and expressions of intense pain softened into gentle, very hopeful smiles. Next, he directed his devoted disciples to unpack heavy baskets overflowing with fresh, nourishing food for the starving and weakened village residents. He personally handed out warm, freshly baked loaves of bread and generous portions of cooked meat to every hungry, trembling person present. For many, this was the very first hearty meal they had tasted since being brutally exiled from their vibrant, bustling hometown communities. Tears of profound gratitude streamed down their weathered faces as they savored the delicious food, feeling a renewed sense of vital energy. Jesus then brought forth large bundles containing clean, woven garments, replacing their filthy, tattered rags with beautiful, soft tunics and warm cloaks. He knelt down once more to place sturdy new leather shoes onto their bare, calloused feet, protecting them from the sharp rocks. Dressed in clean clothes and proper footwear, the lepers stood taller, feeling a sudden surge of reclaimed humanity and deeply restored pride. Looking around the desolate settlement, Jesus noticed the crumbling shelters and decided that their living conditions required immediate and substantial physical improvement. He rolled up his sleeves and gathered strong wooden beams, inviting the villagers to join him in repairing their broken, leaking roofs. Working side by side with the outcasts, he hammered nails and secured heavy palm fronds, transforming fragile huts into safe, sturdy homes. This shared labor fostered a beautiful sense of community, proving that they were still capable, useful, and incredibly valuable to one another. They moved through the narrow dirt pathways, diligently sweeping away years of accumulated garbage and clearing out dangerous debris from the area. Jesus organized a team to dig deep trenches, ensuring that foul waste would safely drain away from their newly cleaned living spaces. The once gloomy and chaotic camp slowly transformed into a neat, organized village filled with fresh air and vibrant, optimistic new energy. He then led a small group toward the village's only water source, a stagnant, muddy pond that had been causing widespread sickness. Using heavy stones and natural sand, they worked tirelessly together to build a functional filtration system to purify the contaminated, murky water. Clear, refreshing water finally flowed into the stone basin, providing the community with a safe, essential resource for drinking and daily bathing. Children who had been born into this harsh exile splashed joyfully in the clean water, their innocent laughter echoing across the valley. Jesus watched them play with a tender, loving gaze, his heart overflowing with immense joy at the sight of their restored happiness. As evening approached, a warm golden sunset bathed the newly restored village in a spectacular, heavenly glow, symbolizing their bright new beginning. The villagers gathered around a large, crackling campfire, sharing stories and singing ancient hymns of praise, their spirits soaring higher than ever. Jesus sat in the very center, his presence radiating a profound, peaceful energy that completely banished all lingering shadows of dark fear. He taught them that true healing encompasses much more than just the physical body. It requires the complete restoration of the soul. By treating them with unconditional respect and genuine kindness, he successfully shattered the invisible chains of social stigma and deep psychological trauma. They were no longer defined by their terrible disease, but by their inherent worth as beloved children of a merciful, mighty God. A profound sense of unbreakable brotherhood blossomed among the villagers, as they promised to fiercely protect and care for one another. Always. The transformative power of divine love had turned a place of absolute despair into a thriving oasis of hope and mutual support. Even the most cynical and broken individuals found themselves weeping tears of pure joy, their hardened hearts softened by this miraculous grace. Jesus walked among the resting families, offering quiet blessings and gently laying his healing hands on the heads of the sleeping children. His extraordinary actions served as a powerful testament to the world, proving that no human being is ever truly beyond divine redemption. The stars shone brightly above the peaceful camp, standing as silent witnesses to the incredible miracle of compassion that had unfolded today. When morning dawned, the village awoke to a beautiful, crisp day, their hearts filled with an unfamiliar but wonderful sense of peace. Jesus stood at the edge of the settlement, preparing to continue his long journey, knowing his vital work here was finally complete. The entire community rushed forward, their faces glowing with immense gratitude, desperate to express their profound thanks to their remarkable, humble Savior. Men and women fell to their knees in the soft dirt, kissing the hem of his garment with overwhelming, tearful, pure devotion. He gently urged them to stand up, reminding them that they bow to no one but the Almighty Creator of the universe. Holding the hands of the village elders, he imparted his final words of wisdom, urging them to maintain their strong, newfound faith. He told them to always remember the boundless love they had experienced and to share that exact same compassion with every stranger. As he slowly walked away down the dusty road, the villagers stood together in unified silence, watching his figure fade into distance. They were no longer outcasts waiting for death. They were a vibrant, living testament to the ultimate power of profound, divine healing. Their physical wounds were bound and healing, but their spirits were completely cured, ready to face whatever challenges the future might bring.
Here, take my hand, let's get you up.
Remarkable story challenges us to closely examine our own hearts and the way we treat the marginalized individuals in our society. Do we turn away from those who suffer? Or do we bravely step forward to offer a comforting hand and a smile? True compassion requires us to cross difficult boundaries, to touch the untouchable, and to unconditionally love the unlovable in our modern world. When we actively choose empathy over deep prejudice, we become powerful instruments of healing, bringing glorious light into the darkest, coldest corners. Just as the polluted water was purified, our own toxic biases can be washed away by the gentle, cleansing stream of understanding. Every small act of kindness, whether offering a warm meal or simply listening, holds the immense power to completely transform a life. The outcasts of today might not suffer from leprosy, but they still carry heavy burdens of loneliness, poverty, and painful social rejection. We must strive to build sturdy roofs of protection over their vulnerable heads and provide solid shoes for their difficult, rocky journeys. By restoring their lost dignity, we elevate humanity as a whole, proving that we are all deeply connected in this beautiful life. Let the timeless actions of Jesus inspire you to look beyond superficial flaws and see the divine spark within every single person. Compassion is not merely a passive feeling. It is a bold, deliberate action that requires immense courage, unwavering dedication, and profound sacrifice. When we clean the wounds of others, we inevitably heal the hidden, lingering scars within our own fragile, desperately searching human souls. Imagine a world where everyone treats their neighbors with such extraordinary grace, where no one is ever left behind in the darkness. This vision is entirely possible if we commit commit to walking the path of unconditional love. Just as he did so long ago. May the beautiful story of the healed leper serve as a constant, powerful reminder of the enduring strength found in genuine empathy. Let us carry this radiant, healing light forward, illuminating the shadows and bringing profound hope to every broken heart we may encounter.